Blessed ones of the nations of the world. This is your brother Dan Moses of Say Yao Sakodi of TRC, Ghana, coming to you from the land of America with the continuation of our exposés, testimony, New World Disorder, Special Edition, Humanity. They are coming after so part 71. Before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying Akwaba, Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, Engantoni, Benvindo, you are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, Tusanyisenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamo, Karibu, Ekabo, no, o Sanu de Zua, Enquante Hina, Mitash, Duburo, Pejaluvat, Bine I Vinit, Barigalos, Vita Iche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, welcome, Estan. Ozut Walan Anuman, bienvenue, bienvenido, namaste, swagitam. Kush Amadid, Baruch, Haba, Marhaba, Wanyong Hamida, Wanying, Nyejeko, Anyamime, Nyejeko, Wezolo, Novio, Mia Wezo, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. Testimony New World Disorder is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in this global deception, delusion, and willful lies times, which deception, delusion, and lies are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world, and yet they have chosen to be the very people that are dealing with us by willful lies, deception, and delusion, having brought humanity and the nations of the world into this global helplessness. However, we need to be guided that all that you are seeing in your nation, the lockdown, the what a nation, we understand whatever nation against you, let them go ahead. They are all the wings of the ulterior agenda which they are pursuing against humanity, for which reason you are seeing all that you are seeing on your nation. But know and understand that their ulterior agenda is to come after your soul, to seek to take over your soul, my soul, the souls of humanity. Therefore, we are in a moment of decision to make our decision as to where we would like to spend eternity and who we would like to take over our souls. Um, but as for me and my house, my two tortured and abducted children, we have made up our mind, my families in Ghana, we would serve the Lord God Almighty. So it is time you must also make up your mind and not give the soul takers the opportunity to take over your soul. All that you are seeing in your nations, on the nations of the world, they are just the wings of the agenda which they are pursuing. So Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. But we are most grateful to God about this program. We as well get to receive some divine guide, divine direction, divine insight that we might know exactly what to do. So we are not moved by what fellow human beings do against the human race. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. Blessed ones. This expose is being recorded on the 3rd of February 2022. You shall receive it on the 4th of February 2022, Friday. Probably it's the date on we are posting, and the Joseph coats of many colors that God gave to me, and the blue color that I'm wearing would excite His Excellency Joe Biden and his administration, the U.S. undercover agent, that their agenda to impose the U.S. dangerous U.S. undercover agent for whose sake my people are getting killed, they would impose her in a remarriage to me. So let them be excited. But Ghana, the truth is, irrespective, this whole problem of America, of Ghana, and of the nations of the world was willfully created under the administration of His Excellency John Akufo and his cronies of Ghana under George Bush's administration. However, it is the political party of Joe Biden and his cronies that have benefited the most. This problem is the reason why America had the very first person of color on the throne of America in 2000 during the 2008 elections. So Joe Biden's party and his crony, Madam Hillary Clinton, they are the most beneficiaries of this total exploiting of the whole of humanity to their own gain. However, it is the same Joe Biden and his administration that have found glory in the coward secret killing and the barbarous killing of the Ghanaian people, fellow Africans, my people, as a global game, and they are getting terrorized and killed. So, whatever the thoughts and minds of the Joe Biden and his administration are, the U.S. undercover agent, it is clear. I stand with my family members that have been killed. I stand with the Ghanaian people that have been killed, and I declare that I shall never get remarried to the U.S. undercover agent, let alone considering her my family member. It is concluded. And whichever part that Joe Biden and his administration are going, they can go. I'm not part of them. When I was in Ghana, America might thinking that I should have waited for Joe Biden to be inaugurated and given an opportunity to see how he would address the problem. However, uh, their sole agenda was to get me in America, that they get me assassinated, terrorize and kill my people as they have done. But they were so treacherous that they wanted to put the face of their assassination or their murder against me in America on my family members, that it was my family members that um, approved, that agreed, that uh, decided that I should come back to America, and I have been killed. America and the nations of the world. It is the government of Joe Biden, the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, that has continued to trouble America and humanity and the nations of the world up to this very time, exploiting the world of humanity, seeking to get me assassinated, and have gotten my people terrorized and killed them. So I have no part in the path where Joe Biden and his administration are taking America. I have no part in that. Hate crimes and the killing of my people is against his constitution and against international law. So, Your Excellency Joe, go whichever path you are going. I'm no party to it, and I have nothing to no married talk with your U.S. undercover agent, and I would never consider her my family member. Her ulterior agenda is to get me, you be a tool for her government to get me killed, and she has gotten my people killed. I have life has nothing to do with death. Um, she should go whichever path that she's going. I go the other path that I'm going with the Lord and with my family in Ghana. My two tortured and abducted children. I have nothing to do with her. Ghana, America. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. So nobody can be excited about the coat of medicality of Joseph of Africa that I'm wearing it. Can be excited about my jacket. What I have is what God has given me is what I use. And they can live in the paranoia state of their mind. That has nothing to do with me. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. Blessed ones of the nations of the world. This is 71, part 71 of humanity. They are coming after our souls. From part 60, 68, 69, 70, the episode that we received from last week, we have gotten to know how dangerous the undercover agent, US undercover agent, is. Her ulterior agenda of the setup marriage was never intended to get married to me, was to get me killed by political sticks in Ghana. His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo and his cronies, and stakes in America. Ghana, you have gotten to know that she was so much determined to aid my assassination, my killing, that she tied, as dangerous and evil, she tied my assassination to even the birth order of my two tortured and abducted children. Today, we shall receive a more shocking one as to how dangerous and determined she was to get me assassinated with coward secret killers hiding in America and Ghana. Ghana, America, and the nations of Akufo to the program. Testimony, New World Disorder. From the very onset of the setup marriage, the agenda of the US undercover agent was to get me, my life destroyed for money. She had made herself and the preachers that were involved have made their fortune. The congregation that was involved for the setup, they have all made their fortune, and they have scattered the church. They have shut down the church after her cover was blown within 5 months of the setup marriage. And America, Ghana, and the nations of the world. Let's hear how greedy that this US undercover agent is, and sought money at the expense of my life to the killing of her own father and the killing of my people. Ghana and the nations of the world are covered to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. As their plot to get me assassinated, murdered, in case the cover of the US undercover agent gets blown in the setup marriage, there were multiple agendas, multiple plots. If they could get me declared as a terrorist, that would be the greatest opportunity for them to the George Bush administration to score political points. They will get me destroyed. That was one. One other ulterior agenda was to get me assassinated by every criminal means through the setup marriage. And this is what that assassination agenda, from the very onset of the setup marriage, she had orchestrated, purposed to get me killed. With the CIA, the FBI, the intelligence community of America, their politicians. As part of their orchestration, they have used a church in Brooklyn Tabernacle, in Brooklyn, New York, Brooklyn Tabernacle Church, to set me up in writing that they would see my mind, whether they could, based on my writing, to brand me a terrorist and get me killed, whether I have any ill intention towards the president, the person that will become the president of US, whether I would wish that the person will be assassinated or killed. The book Occupy Till I Come, which is in the hands of the United Nations, International Criminal Court, the African Union, international authorities, book written by me by the grace of God. That book uncovers such evil plan of they using my writing setup to get me write a so-called essay, that they would use that essay to determine whether I have they have every ground to brand me a terrorist and I have any ill intent towards America, so they get me destroyed. That book uncovers that. Humanity and the nations of the world are covered to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. So let's get it clear. She never intended to laugh and to marry me, to stay with me. Her agenda with sticks in Ghana and Addo Akufo, John Ejekufo, and the cronies in America was to get me destroyed in their political interest, to get me killed. As part of the agenda to get me killed, before the setup marriage on the 9th of December 2006, 9th of December 2006, the undercover agent had been made to use the little daughter of Addo Akwando and Shelley Akwando, those two undercover agents that were the friends of the US undercover agent, that were used to set up, that were used by the US intelligence community for the setup marriage plot, Atto Akwando and Shirley Akwando, a Ghanaian and also an individual from Haiti, just like the US undercover agent. On 2 occasions, the FBI, the police, and the intelligence community, the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., and the Nana Addo Akufo-Addo's government, they made the undercover agent use the little daughter of Shirley Akwando, whose daughter she had before getting married to Atto Akwando. That little daughter's name is Danielle. In the city, it's in the state of New York now as I speak. Danielle, that first daughter of this woman. As at then, that little girl was 9 years. Being that the Akufo-Addo, the John Ejikun Kufuor's government want to kill me and get destroyed in his political interest with cronies in America, they had tied an agenda that they should purchase the minds of some Ghanaians Ghanaian women in Ghana, pay them, bribe them to make up willful lies in the interest of this US undercover agent, just in case her cover get blown. They will let those ladies falsely witness, testify that I had engaged in a sexual crime against them before I came to America. And they used that ground to get me destroyed. In pursuit of that agenda, they made the 9-year-old girl of daughter of Atto Akwando, Shirley Akwando, the undercover agent, set me up in the state of New York, Brooklyn, to see whether to set me up to try to get commit sexual crime against their little daughter, so that even before they set up marriage, they were able to, if they were able to, it succeeded, then they have a cause to get me killed, supposing the cover of the undercover agent got blown in the agenda of getting they are taking over Ghana, so establishing US military base in Ghana, which was the ulterior agenda for which they set up their marriage. They took over the oil, have now established the military base under the cover of a facility. Okay, let's go on. I'll call back to the program, testimony, new world disorder. So, the little girl, this Danielle little girl, never know. She bears the same name of the US undercover agent. That little girl never know how diabolical her old mother, Shirley Akwando, tried to get me destroyed through her for money. They received their money, mansions, and cars, all right, but they exploited their own little girl, 9-year girl, to seek to set me up. 2 occasions, using my own friend called Frank Ankuma, whom I attended school with at the Winnipeg Secondary School. Frank Ankuma, Ghana, Frank Ankuma. We should bear that name. Winnie Seconds. That guy made a fortune at the expense of the blood of Ghanaians in this very issue. Go see his mansion that he has built at the Nungwa Barracks. Let's go see it. That he has built. The fortune that he built. The mansion that was built from in this crime. He made his mansion in America and his car. So he was the person that was with 2 occasions. They were using that little guy to set me up in the room of that guy, supposing, hoping that I would engage in any sex act, and then they would, based on that, if the undercover agent cover get blown, they have a weapon, use it, that I am a sexual offender and get me destroyed by the law. But they failed, so they had to use the US undercover agent herself to try to push that sexual offense agenda to entrap me, so that she uses that as a weapon. After the setup marriage, if her cover gets blown, then she would play her old card that I offended her sexually before the setup marriage, and then they will kill me. Ghana, on 2 occasions, this woman was made to call me on the phone in the state of New York, while I was Frank Ankuma was hosting me in his house. because I had left the state where I was and I've come to the state of New York. He was waiting me in his house. This undercover agent was made to come on 2 occasions. He calls me from work and told me she would want to come visit me. At the time, the Frankankuma guy had been made to leave the home. And then she comes to me in a 1-bedroom where I was, the Frankankuma guy was hosting me. That's where he was renting. And that undercover agent would, in the daytime, afternoon, want to take a nap with me alone on that bed. But the God of Daniel, who is a just God, knowing the evil thoughts of men, on all those 2 occasions, she never succeeded to let me. She wanted to have a nap with me, but you get up and go to your house and send a message to the coward secret killer that I am an innocent man. You couldn't succeed in getting me to commit any sexual crime against you. 2 occasions, she failed. So Ghana, let's understand, before they set up marriage, her ulterior agenda was to get me destroyed because of money that she wanted and got. Let's see how she stepped up her agenda to get me murdered based on the sexual crime that they want to put to establish against me. That Nana, for this agenda, today, as we go to Ghana, investigation can find out that there are Ghanaian women whose mind they bought to pose as false witnesses, unnamed witnesses who cannot be disclosed. But God knows all of them. The people of Ghana, just be still. It is okay. Those women were just exploited. They haven't done anything unheard of. We are one people. Let's have one heart. They are not to blame. It is Nana Addo Akufo, John Ejekumpo for His Excellency, the political sticks in America who are behind this evil. Let's go on. Ghana. So the undercover agent, right on our honeymoon, had orchestrated with the CIA, the FBI, snipers to get me assassinated on that very honeymoon night if I unlawfully engage in any sexual act with her on our honeymoon. That assassination was supposed to have was orchestrated to take place at the hotel where we had the honeymoon. That hotel, that is an inn. It's called Best Western Inn. Best Western Inn. It's a hotel, but they call it, that name is Best Western Inn in Somini Town, Pennsylvania. You can go Google it out and you find out. The CIA, the FBI, the police then, and the crime network of Nana Addo Akufo, John Ejekumpo for the Ghana embassy. They all set snipers against me on the honeymoon night, hoping that they would succeed to get me to maybe compel the woman to have sex with her against her will. But Ghana, it never stood, it never prospered. They orchestrated that the church which they use in Brooklyn Tabernacle Church, to seek to set me up in writing, to see my mind, to see whether I have anything evil against America or their president, whether I would, I hope that the president will be assassinated, which was Barack Obama, who was going to be made the first person of color as the president in 2007, 2008. That was when they have set up that agenda. Ghana, they had branded me as Martin Luther King, a person that was walking in the light of Martin Luther King, and therefore the fate of Martin Luther King, who was assassinated, is what eventually they would do to me. So the undercover agent orchestrated with the FBI the assassination sticks to ensure that room number 306, Best Western in Samini Town, 306. That was that room where I was going to be assassinated if ever I attempted to have sex with a U.S. undercover agent against her will. Snipers were lying wait, but God help me. Ghana, why the room number 306? Because they have set up the agenda to try to brand me Martin Luther King. Ghana, America, let's go check the records. Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., was assassinated in the same room number, but in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. Room number 306. Because of the agenda of branding me Martin Luther King, a person African that is making himself a Martin Luther King Jr. in America, they wanted to assassinate in the same room number that Martin Luther King Jr. Was used to assassinate Martin Luther King Jr. America and the nations of the world. That is how much a hater that the US undercover agent and the dangerous killer that she is. Let me shock us them all. As determined as she was to get me assassinated, the two tortured and abducted children, innocent Elizabeth Sarkodie and Grace Ohima Sarkodie, she orchestrated, the undercover agent orchestrated, tie the same assassination of Brandon and Martin Luther King. They tied it to the birth of my children. Huh? They tied it to the birth of my two tortured and abducted children. My two tortured and abducted children were born in Long Island Jewish Hospital. Long Island Jewish Hospital in the state of New York. Both in, there are many, it's a huge hospital with so many rooms, up to over 300 rooms. The two children of mine, tortured and abducted, abused, persecuted, terrorized children from their infancy. They orchestrated to get both of them born in room number 306, Long Island Jewish Hospital, Ghana and the nations of the world. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. I needed us to understand that my life has never been of value to this US undercover agent. From the onset of the setup marriage, after her cover got blown, up to this very day, she was so much determined to get me killed that she sought my death at the expense of the life of her own father. If Kofi Annan's life, Dr. Busumuru Kofi Annan, his precious life, matter not to her, and his life has been lost in this very issue. His Excellency John Evans 50 Atta-Mills, his life has been taken in this issue. His Excellency Pakwesi Emisa Atta, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, many Ghanaians. These were my people that on June the 3rd, 2015, Nana Addo Akufo, the terror network with the coward secret killers in America, they burnt them into ashes one night. Ghana, why would I give my mind to Joe Biden and his administration, who have sought to get me killed, murdered, and destroyed? And I've gotten my people killed. now that it has become certain to me that hate crime is a glory of Joe Biden, in spite his political party is the one that have um, benefited the most. This issue led to Barack Obama becoming the first person of color in America in the year 2002. It gave opportunity for Hillary Clinton to become the first Secretary of State of US under Barack Obama. It gave her the opportunity to become the Democratic Party um, presidential candidate after the 2000 and after Barack Obama. Yet it is the same Joe Biden whom God, through the same African, helped to become the president against the franchise of the American people. That the God of Joseph knows that Joe Biden took a stolen presidency from His Excellency Donald Trump, because the states in America and in Ghana had decided that probably because the African is supporting Joe Biden in his writing, which is with the International United Nations, the National Criminal Court, the African Union, because I was supporting Joe Biden, let them give him the opportunity to become the president. He got the presidency. And terrorism against fellow human beings, Africans, Ghanaians, has been his glory, hiding behind corporate bodies to get my people killed for a global game. They have killed my father, killed my uncle, killed my pastor. All these I have suffered under the US undercover agent. My people of Ghana, diplomats, politicians, journalists, celebrities, Ebony, Kaba, they have all been killed. And yet, Joe Biden says he must continue to seek his political ambition at the expense of the blood of my people. You know what, Ghana, I say? Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Joe, go ahead. But as for me and my people of Ghana, who have been killed for a global game, we will serve the just and all-loving God. I have chosen my family in Ghana. I've chosen the Ghanaian people. I've chosen the African people. I've chosen humanity. I've chosen the Christ Jesus, my Lord. Hatred is nothing to be approved or to be glory in, like His Excellency Joe Biden is doing. They can go ahead, Ghana, let them kill all Ghanaians and let them use my number one enemy, Nana Addo Akufo, to cover up the crimes that they get me assassinated according to false prophecy. But the God of Martin Luther King is alive. He's not dead. He hears the cry of his people in America, although we are in the 21st century. Their pain, their struggle, their anguish, the exploitation of one person of color to get my people of Africa killed in vindictiveness and hatred agenda, which was presided over 8 years. Barack Obama never addressed it. Now, it is time, it's an opportunity for Joe Biden to exploit it for his political party. Give Madam Hillary, wipe away the mess that they have made in regarding their political, their name politically. So, if she cannot get, if the African has advised that, Joe, it is good for you that you give up the throne of America honorably at the end of your 4 years. So Joe is offended. She's aggrieved Why should the African say that I wanted for 8 years? Okay, take the 8 years. That is fine. America have washed my hands. She can as well go ahead and get me killed, seek to get me destroyed, seek to exploit my tortured and abducted children to clean up the political mess that is cronies made of their name and make a better name for their children and for their families to come take the throne of America. But there is a God in heaven who would never let Joe Biden succeed in getting me assassinated. Ghana, the God of the heavens and the earth that created all Americans, created all Africans, Europeans, Asians, Australians, and all of the humanity. That God shall preserve my life and bring me back to our blessed land of Ghana. And I don't be moved by hatred for me. They are night and day working on their assassination agenda. Upon all the problems that America is facing, such as stupidity as the Biden administration and the administration of Nana Addo Akufo, creating accidental situation, coincidental situation as their noblest mission on their heart. What a stupidity. His Excellency Donald Trump told America in regarding the shameless freeing of Joe Biden from Afghanistan that he looks stupid in that act. I didn't say that, but everything that has been done since I came to America, the hate crime against me and against my people of Ghana, and me getting killed, it's clear that it is only the fool who say there is no God, and therefore they kill their fellow human being for glory. So let them continue to come kill me. The Bible has said that. And Joe Biden, His Excellency Trump, told him, I didn't tell him that. If he has courage, let him take his hate crime to his fellow non-person of color and let him fight him, and not me. You fled from Afghanistan to come fight one African. America, you see the shame in it of the president and his administration. Humanity, let's end here. God bless you. I say God bless my homeland, Ghana. Bye-bye.